Hello everybody, this is Emery48 here and welcome back to another Marvel Monday. Today is the Fantastic Four, Pedro Pascal version. It did just come out last weekend, on Friday I believe, and I was able to get into it in its first weekend, which is cool. It is very nice to be at the point in the Marvel timeline where I can actually see stuff in theaters. This is awesome. This movie was good. I enjoyed it. It was another one of the Marvel movies that I would describe as good, not great. I'd probably watch it again. I think it'd be important for me to watch it again because this one I felt like had a lot of Fantastic Four stuff that I may or may not have missed on. But I still enjoyed it. I didn't feel confused throughout the movie, so I don't think I missed a whole lot, but there's probably little things that I might catch on a rewatch. So this movie might benefit from that for me. But I have a few notes on the movie, on things I liked, things I disliked. I love seeing other movies say light speed. As a big Star Wars fan, it just sounds so ingrained to me to jump to light speed. But jumping to faster than light, to me, is a funny term. I also thought it was interesting that the way that they jumped through space was different than in Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought that Guardians of the Galaxy would have, and I believe they used the same technology in Infinity War and or Endgame. So I figured that was how Marvel explained space travel. So to see a different version of that was interesting to me. I don't know if it's because it's in a different universe, so maybe they've developed light speed technology differently. I don't know. That was unexpected to me. I didn't think we'd actually see them like warping essentially through light speed. So that was a cool like little scientific bit. Well, I guess not really. Who knows? That was a cool part. I think the turtleneck on Pedro Pascal to make him a nerd is kind of funny because Pedro Pascal as a character is just kind of un-nerd-like, but with the turtleneck it really sells the deal, you know. Sue Storm had significantly more powers than in the original Fantastic Four, I believe. I don't remember her ever being able to use force light. Like, I feel like all she could do in the old ones was just go invisible, and that was about it. So that was interesting. I feel like if I go, the annoying thing about having old ones and then bringing back the same characters but changing them slightly is I go in with this assumption that they're just gonna be able to do the same thing, and she did more, so it just took me by surprise when I guess it shouldn't have. Johnny and Ben were the same. I mean, Reed was the same, but I feel like he just used it less. There wasn't a whole lot of fighting. There was not a lot of action in this film. I mean, there was the quick, like at the beginning, a recap of what they've done for the world. So that was kind of the action until we go to the Galactus ship. Everything else was just kind of chat. It was still entertaining. Which surprised me when I got to the end and I was like, there wasn't a lot of fighting, but I was still entertained throughout. So that's really not even a plus or a minus. It's just a weird note to me. Got a Doctor Doom post credit, which did get a big applause from the crowd, which kind of surprised me, if I'm realistic, because like we know Doctor Doom's a thing and he's a main villain from Fantastic Four. So, whatever. Yeah, sometimes I don't understand fan bases, even though I'm in many of them. But it's fine. I really thought that the next Fantastic Four movie was about to be still four of them, and it'd just be the kid, because I thought Sue died. But then she came back to life, so the boys' night movie is over. But, good to see her back, because no one can die in Marvel, apparently. The The Galactus ship was really cool. I thought that was interesting. Putting him on Earth made him less scary because it gave him scale. Like in his ship, it was just like, holy cow, he eats planets. Like, that's intense. And then, like, he's in New York City, and it's like, well, he's just kind of the size of a building. Like, he's not that big. But then he's also, like, significantly bigger than some of the building. It was like, I don't know. It made it weird. I'm never a big fan of, like, big monster things. I'm not a big, like, Godzilla or King Kong fan. So, that being the villain to me is a little... I did like the Silver Surfer. I thought it was interesting that they actually had, like, some character development and ended up helping out in the end. Especially when she had already told Johnny that it's not his sacrifice to make, and he tried to make the sacrifice again. And this time she's... Well, I don't think she dies. She's just going to live... Well, I mean, he's probably going to punish the heck out of her, so she might die. But she doesn't inherently die. Subterranea to me was weird. I don't know how many of you are from the East Coast watching this video, but it just felt like I was going into the Big Dig in Boston. Didn't really feel like I was going into a hole. Like, that was just a normal tunnel to me. I feel like I've seen that before, and I've done that. He was supposed to be comic relief, and he wasn't really funny to me until the very end. When he said, "Please wipe your feet." No, just kidding. It's all dirt. Like, that was the only line to me that was funny from him. I hope he wasn't supposed to be a serious character throughout the whole movie, and he was supposed to be the comic relief, because if he's not the comic relief, then that's just not my favorite character. If we're realistic, thematically, I thought it was cool. The throwback tech, but then also futuristic tech at times. It's really fun. Seeing someone go up in a spaceship that's basically been a part of the city's skyline for who knows how long, probably 5 years, I guess. And they're getting pictures taken with like 1940s camera technology was a very amusing sight. Ben's love interest was a non-factor. And if it wasn't gonna go anywhere, why was it in the movie? Like, I know he had his wife in the originals, so it was like, did they feel like they had to put some sort of love interest in there for him? Johnny didn't really play on a love interest much at all. If you count the Silver Surfer, then that's fine, but otherwise he didn't really have anything, so it didn't feel like Ben needed one, especially if it's not going anywhere. So that's a thing. I do like the Fantastic Four plot of, here's solution number 1, oh, that didn't work, but it created solution number 2, which also didn't work, but it created solution number 3, oh, that also didn't work. Now we don't know what to do. That's a funny plot line to me, because a lot of it isn't created by the villain. The villain came, said what they were gonna do, and the heroes really, really tried and really, really screwed up a lot. It just messed it up. So yeah, that's a thing. Also, Johnny being able to translate a whole language from one sentence is insanely brilliant. I mean, I know there's context clues and things like that, but holy cow. To go straight from one sentence that was, what was it? What even was the sentence? It was, die with your own. And he's able to translate the whole rest of the language? That's insane. And he got almost no credit for that in the movie. No recognition. They know a whole alien language now. I don't even think they have interacted with aliens at this point. Right? Like at the Fantastic Four, they're the first ones to go up. And they get cosmic encountered, not alien encountered. So they now encounter an alien, translate its language. That has to be the first alien language that they understand on Earth. And he gets nothing. That's insane. The baby's cool. Didn't really realize that they had a baby at all. And pretty powerful. Felt like Baby Yoda with the whole bring back to life kind of thing. Would have been real fitting if it was Pedro Pascal having to like walk around with him again or something, but that didn't happen too much. Or if he was the one brought back to life, because that seems to happen. But yeah, cool touch. I don't have much else to say on that. For placement within my rankings, I think I placed it 17th. It's like almost smack in the middle. It's 2 below Thunderbolts. I think they were both good, not great, but I enjoyed Thunderbolts a little bit more. Just had more fun watching that one. The characters were better, I think. Those were just side characters that they've built up for so long that I've wanted more from them. So that movie to me hit spots that I wanted it to, whereas Fantastic Four I didn't really need back, realistically. Especially like Chris Evans isn't coming back, right? So it wasn't the actual Fantastic Four of the past movies. So I didn't feel any need for them. Whereas Thunderbolts had characters that I really wanted to see more from. Let me know your thoughts on Fantastic Four in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you not? Am I an idiot? Do I have bad opinions? Please tell me that too, because I probably do. And I'm fine with that. That's what I'm here for. To tell you bad opinions about Marvel. But that is all I have for today's video on the Fantastic Four. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Can't even say my own outro. I've only said it a lot of times.